issue of Mohbad, the commissioner says toxicology is delaying investigation.
What is delaying Mohbad's case is toxicology. Toxicology report is not ready because we have to get the report from Britain and US. You recollect that during EndSARS, a state-of-the-art forensic laboratory was built by Lagos State government, and the EndSARS drama.
That was one of the representatives of the Lagos Nigerian Police Command giving us update on the autopsy and the wait for toxicology report. And it gave reasons why the toxicology report took this long. You all know what happened during the EndSARS protest. Certain people are hijacked. Let us say they were a bit confused. They do not understand what EndSARS should be all about. They thought setting up this government facility and whatever will give them the justice that they sought for back in those years. And now this somehow affected the quick result that we want on the autopsy and toxicology report of Mohbad. I want to say a very big thank you to you all. You've really done a lot. You've taken your time out for justice for Mohbad. But here we have an update on justice for Mohbad. Still on DNA. Very important. If the Nigerian police is still, meddling around with autopsy and toxicology report, we believe that DNA should not take this long. For our international audience, you will be getting your translation as analysis progresses. But the translation comes after our guest is done talking. I do read comments and people put it there like translation. The language that few of our guests speak in, YouTube does not have the translation of it in English. That's the problem. I think as time goes on, we'll see what to do about that. But your translation, like I said, will be after our guest is done talking. Let us listen and we'll talk more.
In here, Apokojaye Ashana, Ole, Ogara Olosha. Just a quick command is similar here, any woman. You are just an evil girl. You are so evil. Evil, let them tell you, Kiri. Don't tell you, Kiri, go, woman. You are wicked. Just because Oripe won fun baba ni moto ni jeta. Just because Oripe won fun baba yen ni moto ni jeta. O wa gbe video lórí buku olosi kan, o wo sultana not to wo. Sultana to ye pe sultana yen ló ma fi yí orí ẹ nígbà tí Mohbad bá ma bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹ. Sultana yen ló ma fi yí ẹ. Tó ma lọ join ni Mohbad níbi tó wà. O wo sultana, o wa fi tó bá ti fẹ́ ṣe pity party game ka ika o ṣe. Wa gbọ́ mọ àlè tó gbé wá fún Mohbad, wa wá gbé yẹn dání wa wá mú sórí mo ti sọ fún ẹ gbogbo bó ṣe ń kógun fọ́mọ yẹn bó ṣe ń wọ jàrú ṣe ni fún tó fẹ́ yẹ kó jọ Mohbad the more tó ṣe ń jọ Sam Larry. I keep on telling you, this is from bringing that boy to the social media to get sympathy. It cannot work. It cannot work. And no ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mọ́ pọ̀ ní dependable God. Dependable God tó sọ pé kó lọ ṣe DNA. Up till now, you refuse to do that DNA. Mo ti sọ fún yín, olóṣù àti òkóbó ló máa ń sá fún DNA. Why is Wumi running away for DNA? Kí ló dé tí Wumi ń sá fún DNA? Ṣé DNA ń pààyàn ni? Tó o bá tiẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe, ro tí ọmọ ẹ tó bí yẹn pé máàkì ti wà lára ẹ̀, àbàwọ́n ti wà lára ẹ̀, stigma ti wà lára ọmọ yẹn. Ìtorí yẹn lásán ló jẹ́ kó fi lọ ṣe, but just because of your selfish way tó fi pa Mohbad, tó fi gbé òbú ẹ, tó fi gbé àdògún ẹ, tó gbé lọ sí Lẹ́kì tó lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ kógi sí, tó wá gbé ọmọ àlè wálé. Kí ló dé tí DNA fi difficult fún ẹ? Just for posterity, if not for nothing, for posterity to judge everybody tó sọ pé ọmọ yẹn ò ṣọmọ Mohbad. That is why you have to do that DNA. Ṣùgbọ́n o wá ṣe DNA yẹn, o wá bọ́ sórí chat lánàá just because o ti rí pé àwọn èèyàn celebrate bàbá yẹn, àwọn èèyàn congratulate bàbá yẹn. Ṣé wọ́n gbàdúrà kó bímọ kó má ra àánú gbà mí. Mo bí ẹni Wùnmí. Ṣé o gbàdúrà láyé ẹ̀ kó bímọ, kó tọ́jú ọmọ, kó jíṣẹ́ jìyà lórí ọmọ yẹn, kó bá wàá ra àánú gbà lórí ọmọ yẹn. Ìjọ tí bàbá yẹn bá ti ń rà àánú gbà, ìjọ tí bàbá yẹn bá ti ń ráwọn tó ń support ẹ̀, wàá ti bọ́ta bó o ṣe chati, wàá gbé ya Mohbad kó bọ́ta kó lọ sọ̀rọ̀ against bàbá yẹn, bó o ṣe yẹn, o wá gbé Liam lánàá, o wá gbé dání wá ń ṣe dependable God. You are so fake. You are fake from the pit of hell. So fẹ́ gbọ́ kó lọ kó gbogbo àwọn ọmọ àtẹ̀yí tó ti bí àtẹ̀yí tó ti bí kó kó wọn jọ kó má sun ẹ̀jẹ̀ báyìí. I cannot have pity for you until you tell me what killed Mohbad. You cannot tell me you don't know. I thought your coming out here today will be for you to tell us what led to Mohbad's demise, but reverse was the case. You brought that child out just to manipulate people emotionally. It cannot work. Read my lips. It cannot work. Koma sun ẹ̀jẹ̀ se. Koma sun ẹ̀jẹ̀. It cannot work. Wumi, kò lè work. All what the world wants from you is to come out and tell us your truth about what killed Mohbad. Immediately you saw that man celebrating, people rejoicing with him. Nǹkan tó jẹ́ kó bọ́ iṣẹ́ fún. Èrè ọmọ tó jẹ́ kó jẹ. Bàbá yìí jíṣẹ́ ó jìyà lórí ọmọ ẹ̀. Ó jẹ́ kó dìde, kó jìde, kó jèrè ọmọ ẹ̀. Ó pa ọmọ ẹ̀ láìpẹ́ ọjọ́. Ó tún mú ọmọ 26 years old. Ó sọ pé ọmọ 26 years old ní will. Ìwọ àtolórí burúkú lọ́yà wọn ní lọ́yà náà gan dú ẹ. Aṣẹ́wó àṣànà. Àwọn obìnrin tó máa ń fòbò gbawé wọn káàkiri nìyẹn. Bàbá ọmọ ọlọ́mọ kú. Ẹ pé bàbá ẹ pè ya. Ó wá pé lọ́yà ó pàfà. Kí ni ìtumọ̀ lọ́yà tàfà ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀? Àwọn olórí burúkú wá jáde lánàá. Wọ́n sọ pé àwọn management. Who are the people that call themselves management? Tẹ́ sọ pé ẹ̀ ń debunk nǹkan tó sọ pé Mohbad ẹ mú tán print ẹ̀bẹ̀ sí print. Mohbad tó jẹ́ pé òun ló sign first petition tó send sáwọn ọlọ́pàá. Ìgbà tí Sam Larry nà. Ẹ lọ wo signature Mohbad ń bẹ̀ yẹn. Mohbad ló sign ẹ̀. Passport Mohbad ló sign ẹ̀. Naira Marley house Mohbad ló sign. Kò tán print. Láì ṣe pé ó ní dementia. Hello? Ìgbà tá sọ Mohbad ọmọ 26. Bàbá yẹn dẹ̀ sọ ó lóun go lè kọ will. Ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú tó yẹ pé ìyá yín ò gbọ́jú mọ́ bàbá yín. Ẹ̀yin àṣírí ọmọ àdè tó yẹ pé ọ̀dọ́ kọ́ ni many of you. Ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí bú bàbá yẹn ẹ sọ pé ṣó lówó ni tó fẹ́ ṣe will, ṣó lórí burúkú ni yín ni. Ṣé tó bá jẹ́ pé ọmọ Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá, dáàdì mi Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá, nǹkan kò ní ṣe àwọn ọmọ yín, nǹkan kò ní ṣe àbúrò mi Kúpì, nǹkan kò ní ṣe Tẹ́mì, nǹkan kò ní ṣe ẹ̀gbọ́n wọn. Ọlọ́run á bá mi dá wọn sí. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ọmọ olówó, má jẹ́ kí lọ́mọ Ọ̀tẹ́dọ́lá. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ọmọ olówó ni Mohbad tó kú, ṣọ́ọ́bí olórí burúkú yìí dá kẹsàn pé ọmọ yẹn jọ Mohbad kí Wùnmí má ṣe will. Because olórí burúkú ni ẹ máa bọ owó, ẹ máa celebrate owó, ẹ ní celebrate àlàáfíà. Nǹkan tí mo ṣe máa ń bí mi nìyẹn. Nǹkan tí mo ṣe lè align pẹ̀lú many of you nìyẹn. Nǹkan tí ìwà tí gbogbo yín dẹ̀ take nínú ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad àtẹ̀yìn tẹ̀ ń bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ gan, ó ti jẹ́ kí n mọ irú bí ṣe máa sá fún many of you. Ṣé tí Mohbad bá jẹ́ ọmọ olówó táwọn bàbá ẹ̀ sọ pé àwọn need DNA, ta ni bàbá láyà lákú bàbá gbogbo yín ẹ máa sọ pé wọ́n ní ṣe DNA yẹn? Ẹ sọ fún mi. But just because the man is poor, ẹ dẹ̀ jẹ́ kí n sọ fún yín, èdè lárí kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀la. Ṣé káwọn olówó tẹ̀ ń pọ́nlé tẹ̀ ń celebrate yẹn? Ẹ ti mọ ibi tán dé. Ṣé rí ẹni tó fojú di, ẹni tó fojú gbàgbé, ẹni tó tẹ̀ ń pè ní olóṣì, tẹ̀ ń pè ní tálíkà yẹn? Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ fún yín, ẹ tí mọ nǹkan, ẹ tí mọ bọ́lá ṣe máa yí ìtàn ayé ẹ padà lọ́la. Never underestimate the work of God. Never write anybody off in your journey of life. Kò sí bí tẹ́ mọ́ bí tẹ́ máa ti téèyàn máa dé lọ́la. Never say never. Tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ olówó ni Mohbad. Tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ olówó ni Mohbad, ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú tẹ́ ń castigate bàbá Mohbad. Ṣé ẹ máa sọ pé kí Wùnmí má ṣe DNA? Ṣé ẹ máa sọ pé bàbá olówó yẹn ló pa ọmọ ẹ̀? Gbogbo yín máa gbé ṣépè ni. Tó bá jẹ́ pé Mohbad ni Wùnmí wá kú lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ tèmi. Mohbad yìí wà lẹ́wọ̀n o. The fact pé gbogbo èèyàn ti rí pé Mohbad kan ló pa, Mohbad yìí máa wà lẹ́wọ̀n just because he's a guy. Ṣé rí mo máa ń sọ, ṣé rí Nàìjíríà, ṣé rí Ọlọ́run ìlú tó bá da, Ọlọ́run máa fún wọn lólórí tó da tí ò ní fìyà jẹ wọn. Ṣẹ́rí ìlú tí citizen wọ́n bá jẹ́ olórí burúkú tó jẹ́ wèrè tó jẹ́ pé they think through their anus, they don't think with their common sense, with their HQ. They think with their emotion. One man just get emotion take the better part of them. Àwọn ìlú yẹn ni àwọn ló máa ń fún ní president tí ò dá, ló máa fún wọn ní politician tó máa fìyà jẹ wọ́n. Because wọ́n ti rí pé wèrè ni gbogbo yín, ìkà ni many of you. Ìkà ò jẹ́ ṣé tiẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ṣé tí Mohbad bá jẹ́ àbúrò yín, many of olórí burúkú ẹ̀yin obìnrin tẹ́ ẹ̀ support Wunmi, ẹ ti lọ ná Wunmi mọ́lé gan, ipò òun ló pa Mohbad. Ṣùgbọ́n reverse is the case. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń ṣe ẹ̀dẹ̀ wọn tí ọjọ́ àti sùn tí Mohbad bá jí ọmọ yín. Tọmọ yín dẹ̀ ti ń fẹjọ́ sùn yín, tó ti ń sọ gbogbo bí Wunmi ṣe lọ ń dóko. Tó máa tí Mohbad àti Wunmi máa jà tí Wunmi máa kúrò ní fún ọ̀sẹ̀ mẹ́rin ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì tó bá sọ pé tẹ́lẹ̀ lòun wà òun avoid Mohbad. Who does that? Ẹ tún gbọ́ gbogbo voice note tá gbọ́. Who does that? Ẹ wo bí Wunmi ṣe ṣépè fún bàbá yẹn, ẹ̀jẹ̀ yìí ń ṣépè fún bàbá yẹn, ẹ̀yin sọ pé bàbá yẹn ò lè ní. Ọlọ́run á dá fún gbogbo yín, á dá fẹ́mi náà tí ń bá ṣe dáadáa. Ọmọ 26 years old. Ọmọ tó jẹ́ pé ó tẹrọ fọwọ́lé ni. This is a guy that came from the trenches. Kò gbóhùn owó rí láyé ẹ̀. Ó wá jàjà ń rí owó. Ẹ wá sọ pé ó mú gbogbo ogún ẹ̀. Ó kó fún Liam. Níbo ló ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Ṣé kò ní bímọ mọ́ ni? Ṣé kò ní family ni? Just to buttress the lies Wunmi and the lawyer they came out to tell the world. Mohbad wá kú pé gbogbo àwọn tó important sí Mohbad ẹ wá pé lawyer ẹ pàfà ẹ wá mú tombu Mohbad ẹ dẹ̀ fi sign gbogbo document àṣírí yín wá tú àwa sọ síta àwọn wèrè kan wá láwọn management àbólórí burúkú lẹ́yìn management tẹgbé update yẹn síta ni àbáyé yín fẹ́ bàjẹ́ ni. What does the management compromise of? Báwo àwọn olówó ní management yẹn àwọn olófọ̀mù body management yẹn ẹ ní ṣe oríire gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ pé ráyé management tẹ́ sọ pé ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ pé Mohbad ò tán prince ikú ló máa pa gbogbo yín lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan gbogbo yín máa lọ bá Mohbad ní lọ́run ni ṣolórí burúkú ni yín ni wọ́n ní Mohbad ikú ẹ̀yin management ò sọ nǹkan tó pa Mohbad wọ́n náà sí Mohbad sínú wọ́n ní dàgbóṣà wọ́n fún ní 2 million ó lọ ra pósí 40,000 ó parọ́ fún wa pé mọ́ṣúárì lòun ti ra pósí àṣọ tí lọ bá bàbá ní pósí lálẹ́ ẹjọ́ tí Mohbad ti kú ló ti lọ ra pósí bàbá ní pósí sọ fún pé pósí ọmọdé ló wà ńlẹ̀ òun ò ní pósí àgbàlagbà ipe kọ́ wọn láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ kejì dàgbóṣà làwọn gbọ́dọ̀ sí lálẹ́ ẹjọ́ yẹn ẹ̀yin management yẹn pé dàgbóṣà pé kí ló yẹ tó fi ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú management ìtòrí wá rí pé àṣírí yín ti tú ẹ wá bọ́ síta ṣé bàbá Mohbad wà nù management yẹn ta ni management Wunmi àtàwọn tó ń dokọ́ ni Wunmi àtàwọn olórí burúkú tó jọ pa Mohbad kọ́ ni ẹ wá sọ pé ẹ̀yin management ní kúre gbogbo ẹ̀yin management yẹn ẹlẹ́kọ̀ọ́ mú polówó ẹ máa lọ bá Mohbad lọ́hùn ni àfi tó bá yẹ pé ṣe dáadáa ẹ sọ pé Mohbad ń turn prince ṣó ní dementia ni even nílùú tí mò ń gbé téèyàn ò bá ní capacity mental health ni mò ń sọ yín sí I'm talking about mental health if the person does not have capacity ó máa assign àwọn assign àwọn solicitor ni they will be acting on her behalf or on his behalf tẹ́yìn bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ lo solicitor á mú èèyàn kan nínú ẹbí ẹ̀ they will be acting on their behalf but reverse was the case in Wunmi's case Wunmi lọ sọ pé Mohbad ń turn prince ṣé lórí burúkú ni Wunmi ni ẹ pa ọmọ yẹn sáyé ẹ tún pa tán ẹ wá lẹ́yìn management yẹn ìṣẹ̀dá yín ò ní gbélé ayé ṣe ohun rere àfi tẹ́ bá ṣe dáadáa ìyẹn wá kọ́ ni mo fẹ́ sọ ìjọ tí Wunmi bá ti rí pé wọ́n ń ṣe nǹkan rere fún bàbá Mohbad ẹ lọ wojọ́ yẹn ó máa bọ́ta ni àbí kó gbélé náà mú síta kó máa fi fún àwa ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wo ni o kó máa fi fún ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wo ní emotional blackmail kí ló fa pé wọ́n fún bàbá Mohbad mọ́tò oúnjẹ ta ó wá bọ́ta owó sùtánà sórí sùtánà ẹ̀ máa jó mọ́ ẹ lọ́rùn ni o ìtorí gbà tí ọ̀ṣọ́fà dásẹ̀lẹ̀ sílẹ̀ kò sọ pé kọ́ máa wo sùtánà kó máa fi ṣèkà Wunmi jẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀ sọ fún ẹ lẹ́ni etí ọba nílé etí ọba lóko mo sọ fún ẹ pé satellite mi gbogbo bí lóde sórí church tó ti lọ ṣe church ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ti lọ ṣe ìgbélé yẹn mo rí gbogbo CCTV mi débẹ̀ sórí tí bá máa gbé ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì yẹn àtolùṣọ́ yẹn wá sórí internet tí ò advice ẹ tí ò béèrè ikú tó pa Mohbad lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ mo ṣe pé inú owó Mohbad tó jí o ti lọ fi san ìdámẹ́wàá sí church yẹn àbí tí bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀tọ́ wàá rọ̀ bára sọ pa ẹni àti wá àtolùṣọ́ ṣọ́bẹ̀ pé òṣèṣẹ́ kúrò ń gbélé ni ṣọ́bẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣọ́bẹ̀ pé ó lọ ṣègbélé ó lọ sísẹ̀lẹ̀ ó lọ sọ pé kọ́ má jẹ́ ká ṣírí ẹ tú àbí ó mọ̀ pé mo ti gbọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ sórí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ti lọ ṣègbélé yẹn àti olùṣọ́ àgùntàn yẹn máa gbé wá sórí internet èmi tí mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún ẹni òkúkú ẹ̀ pé satellite mi kò síbi tó dé tí n bá parọ́ lọ sọ fáwọn tó ń jà fún ẹ ipe mo parọ́ ṣé ò lọ ṣe ìgbélé ní sẹ̀lẹ̀ church tó máa ń lọ màá gbé fọ́tò ẹ̀ síta màá mú fọ́tò ẹ̀ wá ó wá lọ ń sunkún bólúṣọ yẹn kọ́ má jẹ́ káṣírí ẹ tú wọ́n ní kó wá ṣègbélé ṣó fẹ́ gbọ́ ọkọ̀ máa gbowó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ni àṣírí ẹ̀ máa tú àṣírí apààyàn ò kí ń bò ó gbọ́ nǹkan tó lóyìnbó sọ ni he who kill by the sword will die by the sword. Wumi, come out and tell us what you know about Mohbad's death.
Let us flip it around. If it were Mohbad that is alive now and Wumi is the one gone, I don't think we will be talking about justice for Mohbad. It will be justice for Wumi, and Wumi will be at the center of it. People will show empathy to Wumi and her family. In fact, they might even say that Mohbad probably used Wumi for rituals to enhance, progress his music. There is nothing that will not come out. You will hear some people say, yes, that a spirit told them that Mohbad is a fraudster and he used Wumi for rituals. There is nothing you will not hear. It is so sad. I mean, you know, the world does not show empathy that much to men. Men have to prove and continuously prove. Just imagine how it is possible for certain people to continually say that justice for Mohbad does not mean that Wumi must provide Liam for DNA. I cannot understand how this is so. Well, Wumi released a little bit of her freestyle recently, and I told you guys that she's going into the studio to produce her own song to challenge Mohbad's father and also show that she can sing. What we also heard is that certain spiritualists, that's what I want to call such a person, but they call themselves spiritual churches. You saw the garment that Wumi wore. If you've not watched that video, please do watch that video. She was told by certain spiritual, they've tried and done several charms, done rituals, done this and that, done a lot of things. None of these things are working. None of it are working for her. So she decided to resort into this spiritual encampment, or what is it called, where you go to sleep in the church or somewhere, or you might do it in your house. You don't go out, you wear the garment, and you're in a prayer mood. She decided to wear this and put the face of the little baby out. What she wanted to gain is sympathy, empathy. Like when people see this, they will feel like, oh, look at the little baby, look at Wumi. Take the baby to the father. If you don't know who the father is, well, that's your business. That's your cup of tea. The truth is this: that child does not belong to Mohbad. If that child belonged to Mohbad, I am very sure that you'll be the first person to say, after this DNA, nobody, in fact, you will say Mohbad's father should dare not come around you. Because you want to prove to him that Liam is Mohbad's son. If your family, your mom, corrupt police, diabolic police officer, and that's your grandmother that you said gave you the white piece of cloth with the charms inside to throw in Mohbad's coffin to protect the dead. I've never heard where the dead is being protected. Is it from grave robbers? Anyway, that's your grandmother. If you are really if you really know that Mohbad is the father of that child, they would have prompted you to, like, what nonsense? Do the DNA. Or are you not the mom, grandma? Of course, Mohbad is the only man I knew. Nothing more. Please, they would have said, go ahead. Now, if it were a man, if Wumi was a man, do you think you'll be talking this way? You corrupt policewoman. You will not be saying this. You will say, yes, DNA is a must. So Mohbad's father is actually on track. Recently, someone decided to help Mohbad's father by giving him a car to move around with. and they said that Mohbad's father should not be jumping from one bus to the other public transport, and that it's not safe, that he should be cruising a ride. So someone decided to help him by giving him a car. Immediately this was done, Wumi came out with that video. The video you saw, the one I posted yesterday, where she is she's preparing to release her own song to show that she is suffering, she's going through a lot, that it took Mohbad from... Who took Mohbad? You are the one with Mohbad for the last... You've been with Mohbad and the last 72 hours, 42 hours, 24 hours to his RIP, till the final moment of Mohbad. You are the one with him. So why are you asking? You are saying that you want justice for Mohbad that day. Who is this day? I don't know. Maybe you are pointing to demons like yourself, spirits like yourself, evil spirits. I don't really know who Wumi is saying, oh, all she wants is justice. And I ask myself, you want justice from who? For who? Justice? How? Where? You are the prime suspect and you are seeking for justice. Like, do you want to put this on Mohbad's father or Mohbad's mother? Because I really don't get it. The audio that Mohbad's father released of your call, you accuse Mohbad's father of being behind the RIP of Mohbad. You accused. So you should tell us how Mohbad's father did it. And tell us why you have refused DNA. Tell us why you have refused DNA. And also, Wumi, before you sing or freestyle, before you release any song, please tell us what that lawyer and that Islamic cleric was doing in your house when Mohbad RIP. Tell us why you needed to call lawyer and that Islamic cleric. Mohbad is not a Muslim. Tell us. And you also, we know you're not a Christian. We know you're not a Muslim. You are diabolic. What you worship, I don't know. Your name is Cynthia. So that tells us that you are, you people have a form of Christianity. Somehow. So you have to tell us what that Islamic cleric. You know, we call that person is called Islamic cleric because some of them hide under the religion that is popular. They might say they are Christians, they might say they are Muslims, but the core of what they do is spiritism, wicked, evil. That's what they do. What is the purpose of that person there, that individual? What are the purposes of those two people there? To finish up, to execute. Mohbad signed his contract when he was under Malian Records. Mohbad signed in school. Mohbad signed on his international passport. Mohbad signed everywhere. Mohbad signs. How then will Mohbad now prepare now? Will. Do you know what you guys are presenting to the world? Mohbad now fingerprinted will, but signed the rest of the documents that he had. How does that make sense, Wumi? You people will not win. You will not win. If you like, go to millions of spiritual homes, sleep there, call on their God, call on the spirits there, call on... You cannot escape. Already, when that coffin of Mohbad was brought up again and it was exhumed, you should know that there is nothing that can save you. Nothing can save you. You see, Almighty God, Jehovah, does not pamper wicked people like you. Tell us what happened. Tell us, confess. When we say tell us, it's not like we don't know, but you need to confess so that your pain will reduce a bit before the judgment, because you will still be judged. You will still be judged. You did everything, you manipulated everything till his final demise. Immediately, he went away. You called your family, you called your mentor, like the job has been done. They said, all right, the next thing is to get a lawyer who will send that over to you and get a spiritualist to come in there so that there will be, we can find a way to capture the spirit of Mohbad or anything that's going to happen. And next, we will take fingerprint of his thumb, and that's it. So that everything that he has in life or is ever going to have in life will belong to you and that child. The more you try to make him look like Mohbad, making, the more it looks like those people that have been fingered in the RIP of Mohbad. There is no way out for you. The easiest is for you to confess and allow DNA to be done. And when I use the word allow, it's because Mohbad's father is still preparing. They are not yet ready for you. Soon, you will be placed where you belong to. You will be. Regardless of the spiritual exercise to absolve you of the wicked act, you cannot clean yourself. Already your name is stained, your face, your image, everything about you is stained. I'm sure there is no reasonable family apart from evil spirit family like yours that will accept you into their life as wife or girlfriend or fiancé. Who embrace rattlesnake and rattle family of serpent scorpions? Who? Nobody. No one. So you're already stained. Anyone that wants to commit, want to take your life, you can go ahead with this type of woman. Go ahead with this type of family. DNA is a must. Mohbad's father is preparing. He's just taking it easy. He wants to sort the autopsy and the toxicology first. Then that DNA, you will by force. But then try and steal all Mohbad's money, all his revenue. Try and steal and find ways to channel it to the US. Your sister is there. She will say, don't put it in Nigerian account. It will be traced. Send it over. I will help you to keep. You people will not succeed. Punishment.